I'm Jacob from the Sustainably Yours Homestead, and I need to give you an update on the oyster mushroom bucket. So a little bit of backstory. Right now it is March the 3rd. I guess it must have been late November or early December. I found a flush of oyster mushrooms growing on a tree in my back pasture. So I harvested those mushrooms. Some of them I dried, and we've eaten them a couple of times. They're not bad. They're not my favorite, but they're okay. But the ones that didn't seem to be edible, I put them on some cardboard and started some cardboard spawn. Now, this is my second attempt at trying to cultivate wild oyster mushrooms. In my first attempt, year before last, nothing ever happened with it. The cardboard spawn worked really well, but when I tried to spread it and actually grow the mushrooms, nothing ever happened. This time around, I grew my cardboard spawn, and then I transferred it into a bucket filled with cardboard. I drilled holes in the bucket. There's a video. I'll link to the video. If you'd like to watch it, you can. Now, I set my oyster bucket up probably January, maybe early February, but I set the bucket off to the side of my greenhouse, and I'll be honest, I kind of forgot about it until I started getting my seeds ready to germinate for my spring garden. When I ran across my bucket again, I opened it up, moved some of the cardboard around, and the mycelia had spread almost throughout the entire bucket. There was a layer of cardboard there on the top that had dried out, and there wasn't a lot of growth going on there. But for most of the bucket, I had good mycelial growth, so I started focusing on it a little more. I made sure to water it, to keep it all moist for the next couple of weeks. And what do you know? Check this out. It is working. I'm actually growing mushrooms, and they're coming out of several of the holes that have been drilled. So I'm excited. Now, I've never grown any kind of mushroom before. This is the first time I've ever had anything actually grow, so I don't know exactly how to take care of them, but I've learned a couple of things already. First of all, I have found some evidence of slugs eating at the fruiting bodies. You can see right in here, there's a nice chunk taken out. And I've also seen some evidence of slime trails on different parts of the bucket. Now, I don't know exactly how the slugs would have gotten in there, but I don't want to destroy the entire mycelial colony just to try and remove a slug or two. So instead, I think I'll just let it be and keep an eye on it. If I see the slugs, I'll just pick them off by hand and try and take care of it that way. Another thing that I've noticed is that I'm having some trouble retaining moisture. The top layer of cardboard seems to dry out pretty easily, and it looks like some of the mushrooms are even drying out. Especially in this little cluster here, you can see it's beginning to turn colors, and man, it even feels really dry. So I think what I need to do to fix that is cover the bucket with a plastic bag. Now, I don't have any clear bags handy, so I'm just going to use a white plastic trash bag. So I'm going to take my bag, I'm going to carefully drape it over the bucket. I don't want to knock any of my fruiting bodies off of the sides. I think something like that should work. And make sure I cut plenty of holes in here. So this is what we're going to try. Hopefully it will work. I think that this plastic is going to be thin enough to allow plenty of light to pass through. I hope that I have enough air holes. I should have enough air holes poked into the plastic. And I think that it will catch most of the water that tries to evaporate. It will collect on the bag and then fall back down. Hopefully we'll be able to keep a nice moist environment in there and my mushrooms will quit drying out. But yeah, I just had to share that with you. I'm kind of proud, kind of excited. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If so, be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. And if you'd like to see more from the Sustainably Yours Homestead, be sure to ring that notification bell so you'll know when to be back for more daily sustainable living.